back to my channel. My name is Adeline Lise. If you guys are new, welcome. If you guys are a return subscriber or viewer, welcome as well. My name is Adeline Lise, your favorite YouTuber. Well, your favorite newest YouTuber. And today we're going to be talking about how to become a high value woman, but also how to boost up your confidence. And as we talk about this, child, we're going to get deep into it about how we can improve ourselves and make ourselves better, and just educating ourselves as well. So if you guys are interested, keep on watching. So I'm kind of like slouched in the couch a little bit. So let me like zoom you guys out a little bit. So I'm comfortable. I just came from work. I did not feel like putting on any makeup or anything. My hair is done, whatever the case may be. So I just want to talk. But if you do hear construction in the background, like I said, I can't be controlling these noises. So we're just gonna be talking. So what made me want to have a conversation with my girls about becoming a high value woman is just me getting older. If you know, in my past video, well, in my last video, your girl just turned 27. So a lot of things mentally has changed for me and how I view myself as a woman now, and how I matured, and how I just basically how I'm changing every year, basically. So one thing that I wrote down of what's a high value woman, basically, and how can we become that, and how can we boost our confidence level. I got my notes here. And I wrote down, number one, in order for us to become a high value woman, our belief level has to be through the roof. So you gotta ask yourself, what do you believe in? Whether it's God, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Jew, whatever the case may be, like, who do you believe in? Who do you pray to? I feel like before we could be anything, we have to believe in something. That's just my opinion. To each his own, but that's just my opinion. I feel like we have to believe in something. Me, I believe in God the Almighty, and I just feel like I wouldn't be where I'm at and who I am as a woman without God. And that's just that. I feel like I gotta zoom you guys in a little, just a tad bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be who I am without God. And that doesn't mean that you have to, in order for you to be a high value woman, you have to believe in something or you aren't a high value woman. It's just, for me, my preference, I just know the woman I am recording this video right now wouldn't be me without God. Without God. And also, God is my support system as well. Same goes as my family. I wouldn't be here without God. I wouldn't be. So I feel like you gotta ask yourself, like, what do you believe in and what's gonna keep you going? As a human being, not even just a woman, as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you pray to? Like, who do you talk to when things when things are just not going the way it's supposed to be? And that's something you just gotta, like, analyze and, think for yourself. That's really what it is. All right, number two, I just want to make sure everything looks decent. Number two, you cannot call yourself a high value woman if your bank account always hit negative, if you're consistently broke. Learn how to stack your money up. And I'm not talking about you gotta have 100K, 300K, no. But make sure you have money that you're saving or you're investing, or money's coming in where you don't have to depend on people. In order for you, like they say, to be a high value woman or whatever the case may be, don't depend on someone to consistently give you something. Go get that for yourself. Because the only person you can really truly rely on is only you. Because you know what you're working, you know what you're bringing in. But don't ever say, I'm this, I'm that, without money to back it up. Having money in your pockets, in your bank account. Making sure your credit cards are not overdrawn. Making sure that you have money on your credit cards. Making sure your credit is good. Like, people always say money's not everything. I get that. Money is not everything. But money is a root of everything. Without money, I wouldn't be able to have this camera in front of me. Without money, I wouldn't even be sitting on this couch. I wouldn't have no clothes. I wouldn't even have this wig I have on my head. I wouldn't have any of the things I need to survive in life. So it might not be everything, but trust me, it's the root of everything. Because I want to be able to get half of these things without money. So understand this. I feel like people don't understand. You cannot get through the doors without even having a certain amount of money. But prioritize your finances. Making sure you have money in your savings. You have money in your checkings. Your credit card bills are paid. Your credit, what you gonna call it? Not your credit loan. Whatever the case may be. Like, make sure your debt is cleared. And it's gonna take a while for your debt to be cleared, but as long as you're saving up to clear your debt, because having debt ain't cute, and I feel like millions of people have debt, and that's that's the life we live. But making sure that you clear your debt is a priority that you need to have. Like, literally, whether it's student loans, whether it's credit cards, whether it's whatever the case may be, clear your goddamn debt. It ain't cute. Like I said, it ain't easy. I'm not saying it has to be cleared by tomorrow. No. But as long as you saving money towards, like, hey, I gotta save $500 to clear this credit card off, or making sure you're prioritizing your finances. That's all you need to do. You don't have to have millions of dollars in the bank. No, you don't. But you still have to have something to fall back on. Again, I am sorry for the construction. I cannot control it. And I know you guys are going to hear it in the background, but I'm going to try to edit it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But let's move on. Number 3, I wrote down independence. Learning how to be independent, but also asking for help. I wrote down, don't always be the superhero. Learn how to be saved. Like, learn how to be saved. Sometimes you gotta be in distress sometimes. You can't fix everything. But also, you are in charge of certain things in your life. That is tangible, that is controllable, whatever the case may be. Being independent is a beautiful thing. But I feel like us as women, black women to be exact, we use that word too strongly, where we feel like we don't need nobody and no one can help us because we could do it all by ourselves. Yes, I get that. We can, but sometimes we can't, and we have to be honest with ourselves. Like I was saying, for number 3, being in charge of your finances and making sure you're taking accountability and prioritizing the right way. That's how life is. And learning to be independent is not a bad thing, but it also is making sure that you are sticking and holding yourself accountable to certain things. Not being dependent on somebody else to give you certain things. Because not everything lasts. The only thing you know in life is what you're bringing into the table. But also, don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Because we can't all do it alone. We can't. Like, sometimes, like I just said, we need to learn how to be saved. We need to learn how to be in distress. Like, I need help. I can't do it alone. Like, we have to. Being independent all the time ain't cute, honey. It is stressful. It is tiring. But I'm not saying that just not have nothing together and you just losing your noggin. But what I'm saying is, learning how to be independent is a beautiful thing because you're not depending on someone to give you what you need. But it's also bad when you don't know how to ask for help. Because, like I said, we can't always be the superhero of our story. Sometimes we do need to be saved, and we need to learn how to be saved. And I know, me personally, I grew up in a strong Caribbean household where the women are in charge of the household, of everything, right? And I was always taught to never ask for help from strangers or like from friends. Always ask help from like your immediate family. But sometimes your friends could be the one that can help you too. Your boyfriend could be the one that's gonna help you too. So it's like, me growing up, I felt like asking for help was a weakness. I felt like if I couldn't do it on my own, I was a failure. And that's not true. It's just that now that I'm getting older, I'm learning that asking for help and stepping back from something I can't control is okay. Stepping back to something that I can't do or I can't fix is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a failure. I'm not hopeless. I just know that I can't do it. That's it. I just know I can't do it. And that's totally fine. I'm not a failure. I just know that I just gotta step back and do what I gotta do. And let somebody else take charge. That's exactly what I have to do. So, yeah, number 4. I wrote down, always hold yourself to a high standard. Know and understand that what you bring to the table, create your own table. Don't look for validations when you don't feel accepted. In this world, we are always looking at different resources, especially on social media, of how we should be, how we should act, how we should move. When it comes to being a high value woman, I always tell people, be yourself, but hold yourself into a standard where you can't, no one could really mess with you. And in my language, nobody can fuck with you, right? Don't ever settle for something you know deep down is not right for you. Hold yourself accountable to the fact that you gotta feel like you're that bitch. Excuse my French. I curse a lot. Excuse my French. But hold yourself accountable like, yo, I'm that girl. And I'm not gonna tolerate any BS that I know is not in my caliber. I'm that girl. And that confidence is gonna have to come, and you have to build that. Because once you put yourself in those type of standards, you start to train your mind like, yeah, I'm not messing with that. I deserve great quality of anything I do. Who I'm with, what I participate in. You gotta hold yourself in a way, and that's not even with relationships too. Like, people are like, oh, don't settle for relationships. No, it's not just relationships. Don't settle for anything that you feel like deep down inside doesn't feel right. Whether it's getting a boyfriend, girlfriend, a new job, a promotion, whatever the case may be. Whatever you feel like you deserve, it's out there for you. It is out there for you. Don't ever listen to anyone be like, oh, well, you should be happy with what you got because not everybody got it. Oh, yes, I am grateful. I'm humble. But that doesn't mean that it stops here. That doesn't mean I have to stop what I'm doing and I'm just accepting it. Of course, I'm grateful for where I'm at. I'm grateful for what I have. But that doesn't mean that I can't achieve for more. You got to put yourself in a high standard that you're not even touchable. Like, you got to put yourself, you got to see yourself in a different light. Like me, I see myself in a whole different light. Like, a lot of things that I accepted in the past, trust me, that doesn't even pass my mind now. And that's what you call growth. But you have to train your mind into thinking like, yo, I'm that girl. But in order for me to be that girl, I gotta start thinking that I'm that girl and knowing that certain things I can't tolerate. You gotta make sure that in order for you to level up in life, you gotta train your mind and making like, hey, shit, I'm training my mind knowing that I am that girl. I know I'm that girl. I work hard, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. I'm very, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? Enthusiastic. That's not the word I'm looking for. I work hard, okay? I work hard for what I got. I'm passionate for what I want, with what I want. I know what I want. I'm not gonna let anybody stand in the way for what I want. You gotta keep talking to yourself. Because you got to build those confidence in you to know that, like, yeah, you know who I am. Don't play with me. Big dog, never the little. Okay? Got it. And number 5, I wrote down, look the part. This is where confidence comes in. Always look put together. And, what's that? Oh, and look good. It doesn't matter if you wear expensive things, cheap things. Just have the look put together. I feel like, I always say this, when you look good, you feel good. And there's always a saying, it's something called hair depression. When a girl's hair's not done, honey, we feel lost. We feel like the world is crashing. Okay? When you look put together, and when you look like, and you have a style of what you want to portray and what you want to achieve, like, you could look for inspiration on Pinterest, on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever the case may be. But when you look good, honey, nobody could tell you nothing. No one could tell you nothing. What? I look hella good. When my lashes is done, my nails is done, my hair is done, I got good outfits, I know how to put things together. Let me tell you something. We living in a whole different generation now. Not even generation. In a whole different world where everything is technology. This set I got, Shein. Listen, Shein is for the girls, okay? And Shein got some good quality things too. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's not expensive. You don't have to be Gucci, Fendi, Louis all the way down to look like, oh, she got it on. No. You could wear a basic set from Amazon and still look like you got it on. Okay? Me, I love dressing minimalistic. I don't like having too much things on, but I like when my clothes are color coordinated. Everything looks good. My hair looks good. Everything looks seamless. Okay? I love looking put together. But let me tell you something. Don't ever leave that house looking raggedy, especially when you feel raggedy. The greatest thing in life is when you know you're not feeling up to par or something's happening. Get your hair done. I'm telling you, get your hair done. It's only going to go away temporarily, but hey, I'd rather it go temporarily because I know I'm going to look good. Like, I got problems, but I look good. Alright? I look good. My nails is done, my lashes is done, I got my eyebrows done, my hair's done. I look good. You know what I'm saying? I look good. So, look good. Look presentable. Always look presentable. And the funny thing is, people are like, oh, if you want to look presentable, like when you go outside, you don't have to wear sweats. You could wear sweats, but you could style it up a different way. You know what I'm saying? You could style it up a different way. Let me tell you something. Looking good is the root of the solution. Okay? Because you feel good. No one could tell you anything. You feel chef's kiss. Especially when you just got your hair done. And you be like, and then, for example, you ever seen like that meme when your man is acting up and he think he got one up on you or whatever the case is, when you got into an argument, whatever, and you get your hair done and you feel like you could bag a bunch of men around the whole wide world as soon as you get your hair done. Oh yes, that's how you should feel about life. Look good, baby. That's what you gotta do. Look good, and then you killed the game. Get your hair done, killed the game. Get your lashes done. It's over. So that is all I have for you guys in this week's episode. I just want people to understand how I picture what a high value woman is and what they do and how they carry themselves. And that doesn't mean that everything I listed on today's episode is something that you should do by the T. No. But I'm just saying for me. That's just my opinion and how I feel like I've elevated as a high value woman. Okay? That's just me. If you got beef, put it in the comments. Like, I don't know what to say. But let me say properly. That's all I guys. That's all I have for you guys for this week's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next week in my new episode. Bye guys. Love you.